So this is unfortunate. This is back to some future stuff being sad and dystopian again. When it comes
I mean,
to
that's pretty much what the segment is. I mean, if we want to talk about some happy future stuff,
Yeah.
then that means that we need to make a different segment.
Because
Hope you could call it hopes for the future.
yeah, because pretty much some future stuff is happening now. I mean, we've been keeping up to date with these robots, like with John Connor report, and pretty much they were dancing. We showed the viral video of them dancing, looking fun, dancing around, having a good time. But unfortunately now they're dancing in our communities, dancing into our housing projects without accountability at all. So what's happening is they deployed the new robot. This is not even. This is like a nice picture of it. It still looks creepy. We've all seen this robot dancing on the viral videos, dancing on the videos like Puff Daddy and shit. Um, but now it's not dancing. Now it's being scary in our communities, pretty much. So they got the perp, and for some reason there's a robot following the perp and some RoboCop shit like.
I never seen nothing like this before in my life. Do you see this?
I don't understand how people think this is okay.
What the hell is this?
Because
Like
I'm
what
pretty
they like.
sure the people at Boston Dynamic didn't, make these breakthroughs and think, oh yeah, we're actually helping the oppression of rank and file everyday citizens, civilians.
So that's it, walking away. And then this is it.
Oh, that shit work better than a dog. Oh,
And and the dumbass story behind this pretty much is so it was a domestic dispute. A man barricaded himself with a mother and her baby, and officers convinced him to exit. But for some reason, they wanted to walk around with this robot and scare the community um, for that situation.
Sounds like terrorism to me. That's what it sounds like.
So, I mean, NYPD, like we've been hearing responses, NYPD is turning New Yorkers into surveillance guinea pigs. I mean, where they do this in the Hamptons, where they have these robots going around in the Hamptons Beach, where they have these robots walking
Not in the
around,
beta, not in the beta, not in the alpha, the beta testing, but
where they have them walking around in like Miami, the nice part of Miami, where they have these robots doing that, patrolling the community, going in your house. So
it's nasty.
yeah. So this was happening in New York City, and instead of, and when we talk about the NYPD has one of the most massive budgets in the world. I'm not even gonna be like, like exaggerate it.
100 times, I was just telling you earlier before the show, 100 times the budget of the entire country of Cuba.
So, and that's what the money goes towards. It goes towards experimenting on us with drones, with robot dogs, with sound weapons, with creepy surveillance of like pretending to be protesters. I mean, this is all the resources that they use for some reason. I don't know what they've got out of it besides scaring and traumatizing people, but that's
We're talking about defund the police from $6 billion to $5 billion. People have the nerve to tell us, how degenerate we are.
everyone
It's ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, for me, I just want the police to like stop terrorizing the communities, get the fuck out of the communities. But I know it's gonna be steps of a process of reforming them and like defund the police. It's just crazy to me how defund the police is like seems so radical to people. I
Yeah.
guess when you see the
You
numbers,
look at it in this context,
when you see
right?
the numbers, like, oh my god, yeah, we need to defund the police. The robot, they can't have RoboCops doing this kind of stuff.
I mean, when you think about it, yeah, it's some RoboCop shit. When you
Yeah,
really think about it, that's
so
exactly what the fuck it is. It's just, it's almost like the beast is too big to stop. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, building Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah,
The only way to stop Mecha Godzilla is to have King Kong and the real Godzilla
team up.
come together.
Yeah.
But you built the Mecha Godzilla because you were afraid of Godzilla, right? And now it's like, who watches the Watchmen?
Yeah.
That's literally what we're dealing with right now. And speaking out about those things, what kind of risk do you put yourself at when the beast has just gotten so big and so powerful? And I think that a lot of people are not going to understand the scope of what's happening here until it's beyond too late.
I mean, but it feels like it's happening.
I feel powerless. It's like, what the fuck can I do about it?
I mean, it's happening so fast. We literally had a video like 2 months ago of the robot dancing around, and now it's dancing.
Yeah, but we sounded the alarm right when we showed the video. Like, I wasn't fucking fooled by that. Can you imagine if they start putting those Boston Dynamic robots? They start putting them in every building, and then putting microphones on them, and just kind of walking the dog past people's apartments to listen to your conversations.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, active.
It sounds far fetched, but did you see that fucking attachment they put on that thing? Like, what other kind of attachment could you put on it?
It's definitely actively listening, actively like gathering data of the area. It probably got the video of that woman making that video. Who knows?
What if you are heard, speaking ill of Biden or speaking ill of Trump or whoever's in the White House? They're just running robot dogs by your house with eavesdrop technology.
Yeah. And then it's the whole issue of arming them, which is like not even discussed.
Yeah, put a noob tube on it.
Right now, like there's like issues with like, so right now they want to pass legislation, like they want to pass some sort of bill to keep in New York City, particularly to pass a bill to keep armament of the robots, which is like the most dystopic thing sentence you can possibly say. Like we're trying to pass a bill to keep police robots from being armed.
Do you remember when that guy, that black
let me pull that
military guy
I'm not
in
bugging,
Texas?
I'm not bugging you guys out with that.
Remember when he was like shooting at them?
Yeah, they blew him up with a bomb, right?
But how did they blow him up with a bomb? They got some bullshit authorization, and they attached a grenade, I believe, to a bomb detonation robot.
Yeah.
A bomb defusal robot. So they used it for the exact opposite purpose that it was designed for.
Yeah. So this is what they're hoping in New York. They want to ban that before it happens here for the first time, before they strap something on a robot on one of these robots. And
they need to just take the robots out. Period. They
murder someone over expired plates or something like that. Someone gets.
I really do wish that John Connor would be sent back to 2019 and blow up Boston Dynamics. Make sure nobody's there. But Boston Dynamics, Boston Robotics. I know that you probably did not intend to create a heightened level of oppression, but that's exactly what you did. That's what you did.
So I want people to keep an eye on this, because New York, unfortunately, because we have the largest NYPD, one of the largest police forces in the world, that we're kind of ahead of the curve of thinking about what cops want to do or what they're trying to do to us.
And they say they want to ban police use of armed robots. The robots themselves can do damage without any other armaments.
Yeah, the robot can just walk on your chest and that's it, dance in your chest.
I'm not with it. I'm just not. I think this stinks.
So I really want people to follow the story. We're gonna keep following it because we want to get people the best information when it comes to the policies that are in place. Because people on both sides of the fence are gonna play total lip service. Some people are gonna say the robots are great because they keep police officers out of risk, and like they less cops and less people getting killed by cops because it's robots instead of police. They might say
Oh, so it
that.
won't be a human cop that kills you. It'll
Yeah.
be a robot cop that kills you. And that somehow makes it better.
a entity that's even stronger than a human kill you by accident. So that's why we want to keep an eye on the situation, because a lot of people are going to play a lot of lip service to this and say it's a good thing, say it's a bad thing, but we want this to show you how it's being used in real time. And unfortunately, in New York City, they like to use things ASAP. So that's some future stuff. Follow Black Power Magic Guy on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord, and then follow Dr. Regis. He's live on YouTube, Twitch, and Discord, and that's some future stuff.